sugar, but you know I like to get straight into the video. But before we do, like, comment, subscribe, man, show me some love. Alright, come on, let's get straight into the video. So if you click this video, I know you're thinking about moving to NYC. I know you imagine yourself coming here and this is how it will be. Not to break your heart, but I'm gonna tell you this simple answer. No. Not saying you can't move to NYC, but I think there's some things you need to know. I don't want you to be fooled by all the glamour and all the songs. It sounds good, but this might be your daily commute on your way home.
Yo, stop in my stop, B. You just skipped my stop. What you mean? I don't need to stop that shit, man. Step back, bro. Yo, my nigga. Step back. Yo, stop your shit. Yo, okay.
Bugging out.
That was one of the nice interactions. Coming over here, you better have some tough skin. Imagine if you're just minding your business on the train and then you hear this.
You wanna hit a woman?
I'll stomp you.
Do it. Oh, you said it? Oh, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said
I
it.
did.
You what?
Okay.
You what? You what? Keep reading like I said.
What you calling a nigga?
Bitch.
You the one.
You bitch. Stop pushing me, nigga. Stop pushing me, nigga. Stop pushing me, nigga. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Imagine that. I can't even show the full video. It's self-explanatory what happened next. All I can say is this.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
Jesus, can Jesus get your ass some money, bitch? Damn, tell that nigga in your ear, bitch. You out on this train looking tough and shit.
You see? New Yorkers are the epitome of rude. I need you guys to consider everything before you move. This is not the movies. This is not Disney. If you want to move here and not be broke, just listen.
If you live in New York City and are so overwhelmed by how expensive it is, I want to talk through some of the things that I personally do to live here affordably. First one, honestly, just living in uptown Manhattan instead of downtown. Downtown is definitely going to be where some of the more popular bars and restaurants and things are, but for me, I would rather have lower rent fixed costs and be able to spend more money on those things than paying a premium to live downtown. The second is honestly just stopping to try always do the super trendy restaurants or activities and things.
Let's see how expensive a solo dinner at the Louis Vuitton Cafe is in New York City.
Bitches ravioli.
4 pieces of monogram ravioli, $34. Tiny and $52. $22 mashed potatoes. How beautifully this is designed.
Obviously so fun to go to a nice dinner in the West Village, but you can also go to Chinatown and get incredible food for literally under like $15. Also, Brooklyn is way more affordable when it comes to food and drinks and things, and there's a ton of cool spots there. Third is going to be taking the subway as much as possible places. I cannot tell you how quickly your budget will be taken up by Uber costs if you are taking Lyft or rideshare everywhere. Next is going to be only doing your grocery shopping at Trader Joe's. So prioritizing doing this every single week. Trader Joe's is by far the most affordable grocery store in the city. And if you are not regularly keeping up with groceries, you're going to be tempted to want to eat out all the time. And then the last thing I'll say is honestly just finding other activities that you like to do besides eating and drinking. Whether that's starting a book club with your friends, going to museums, joining a volleyball league, there's so many other fun things.
Yup. No more eating out. Join that volleyball league. She gave a lot of good tips. A lot of those you really need. But that was a single person. Let's see how you will survive NYC with a family of 3.
I'm going to tell you how we afford to live in New York City, because so many people have said you can't live in New York City unless you're rich, and we are not rich. We are just totally normal people with totally normal jobs, but we're making it work. And I'll caveat all of this by saying if living in New York is not your dream, then this is probably going to sound crazy because it requires kind of a lot of sacrifice. It is our dream and we love it. I'll start by saying that the average rent in my area is $3,500 to $4,500 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, and we wanted to be in this area because of the schools. And we need a 2-bedroom apartment because we're a family of 4. $4,000 a month. Now that rent is not for like a super fancy apartment. It doesn't have any bells and whistles. My apartment personally does not have air conditioning, so we have window units and we do laundry in the basement. In the suburbs with our house, let's say we were paying $1,500 a month for rent. Now, we also had a car payment, we had to pay for gas, and we had to pay for auto insurance. Those three things together cost us almost $1,500. Another thing that I didn't realize before I moved to New York is that utilities are so much cheaper. So in our old house in the suburbs, we were paying $700 to $800 a month on utilities. Our New York apartment, because it's so much smaller, we're only paying about $200 a month. So that's another $500 that we're saving. Now for us, we knew that we wanted to move to New York for a really long time. So we had started working on investment properties. We had renovated our house with our hands. And so we knew we would be able to make a little bit of income from renting out our house. And that more than covers for the extra $500 a month. So it's not a one-for-one trade because we don't have laundry anymore. We don't have cars. Life just looks a lot different. But it's absolutely worth it to us because this is where we wanted to live, and we're really grateful to make those sacrifices so that we can be in the city. I do think there's obviously a housing problem, and I wish that rent wasn't what it is. I think it's a joke, but we needed to do what we needed to do to get to where we felt like our family was supposed to be.
All right, now you've seen the single person and you've seen the family. Now all you need to see is the real estate agent breakdown. This person will give you step-by-step on your moving process and how to apply. Let's get straight into it.
If you want to live in New York City, you need to have your shit together, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do, specifically when it comes to renting an apartment. I'm a real estate agent in New York City, and my clients are often surprised by what it takes to rent an apartment. So here's what you need to do. Get together the following documentation that every building is going to require: your photo ID, your employment letter, your tax returns, 2 bank statements. You'll also need to provide your social security number to run a background check and credit check. And if it's a co-op, you'll need reference letters. This is a lot, but every building will require this. The landlords need to see that you're going to be a good tenant. So if you're planning to move to New York without a job lined up, you're going to have a really hard time getting accepted. This leads me to the income requirement. You'll need to show that you make 40 times the rent. So if you want to rent a $4,000 apartment, your income has to be $160K or more. If it's not that, you'll need a guarantor. This can be any family member, friend, family friend, but they need to show that they make 80 times the rent. If it's a $4,000 apartment, your guarantor will have to show that they make $320,000 or more per year. And they'll have to provide all the documentation I mentioned before. Next, you have to prepare your finances. When you get approved for your dream apartment, you'll sign the leases, and due upon lease signing are the following fees: first month's rent, 1 month security deposit, which is refundable at the end of your lease, and the broker fee. So if it's a $4,000 apartment, you're gonna need $4,000 up front for first month's rent, $4,000 deposit, and a 15% broker fee, which will be $7,200. If you're lucky, your real estate agent will only charge 1 month's rent. But still, you're looking at about $15K just in move-in fees. And again, this is due upon lease signing or you're not getting the apartment. Additional move-in fees are that you have to set up your own utilities like Wi-Fi, electric, gas, and you also have to get your own renter's insurance. So definitely beef up your savings and checking account before you decide to rent an apartment. The last thing I need to tell all you renters is to manage your expectations. Apartments in New York go very quickly. They often don't look like their listing photos. If you make a list of the 10 qualities of your dream apartment, such as doorman, elevator, great light, views, laundry and unit, expect to really only meet 5 of those qualities. If you find an apartment that meets 7 of those dream qualities, that's a win. Sign a lease. I know the rental process in New York is daunting, but if you come prepared, it'll be so much easier. Good luck.
Yup, you better have it together before you move. Like I said, it is not like the song. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, but just look at this.